Okay, so yesterday I received this RTX 3070 Ti from Newegg. We won it in a shuffle, so we did pay MSRP for it, which was $969 for this card. I currently have a rig with 5 cards in it. It already has a 3070 Ti, a 3060, a 1060, and 2 RX 580 8GB. I am mining Ethereum with it. I'll have another screen where we go over all the Hive OS settings that I'm running. My gigabyte version of this is getting 57 mega hash. I've seen some people get 60. I don't know if my overclocks are not perfect, but I'm okay with 57. It's not like a big deal or anything. And then I also have 2 desktop computers with a 1080 and one with a 2080 Ti, also mining Ethereum. So I'll just open this up and then we'll put it in the rig. I'll have all the parts lists for everything in the description. The graphics card I won't include, I'll just go over them of what they are. Everything I got was mostly through Amazon, besides the power supply and the GPU risers. But I'll go over that once we shut it down and install this card. So we'll just open this one up real quick. So out of the box, got a little MSI thing. I'll look at this later. I'm sure there might be like a decal and some instructions. And then we got the card in here. I'm not quite sure what this is. I assume it's like a support maybe to prevent GPU sag. I have opened this already, so I have looked, but it appears to be like that. I'm not really sure what it is actually. And then we got this extremely large card. It is not as big as the gigabyte card that I already have installed. It's actually shorter. So here is this card. Do a little bit of this. So here's the card, triple fan. It's a very nice card. It is quite large. It's about as big as the gigabyte card. 2 inches maybe, 2.5. It is dual 8-pin. It's a nice card. A nice backplate is included as well. And then this is the bottom of it. A lot of people will have issues with fitment because this part here does jag out a little bit. So just keep that in mind, I guess, if you order one of these for your computer, if you're lucky enough to win the shuffle. So we're going to turn the rig off and we're going to go to install this. I'll probably use the same overclocks as what I currently have on my gigabyte. And we'll see from there what happens. So we'll cut to the rig now. Okay, hopefully you guys can hear me, but this power supply is quite loud, so hopefully there's a little bit echoey in here, so I'll be in the mic a little bit more. So this will be turned off very shortly. So these are the cards. The 3070s on the left, then the Sapphire RX 580, a EVGA 3060, a EVGA 1060, and an MSI I think it's an Armor, maybe, RX 580 8GB as well. And I have NBminer running. It is 39.6. I have not done 39.7. I may not, I don't know. But here are the hash rates, if it'll focus. Here are the hash rates, 57 about, 24, 30s, 31, and about a 32 for the 3060, which is quite good. I did not BIOS mod the 580s. At least I don't think I did. I did use the one-click timing. I'm not sure if that is the BIOS mod. I've tried to BIOS mod both of these, and both times the BIOS has failed halfway through. So I just gave up, but these seem to be getting really good hash rates anyway. 31 and 30, I'm not complaining. I'll go over all the prices once I turn this off, so it might be kind of difficult to hear me. This has been running for 6 days straight, so pretty good hash rates. Okay, rig is turned off. I did upgrade to the new NBminer. I haven't ran it at all. It did reboot and run for a little bit, all of like 30 seconds. So this power supply is a mining cave 1600 watt power supply. It has strands for 6 GPUs. This frame is for 8 GPUs, but I really didn't think I would get 8 GPUs ever or soon, and it's only been about a month and a half. So I probably will get 8 GPUs and throw them on here because I don't really want to build another rig at this time, because then it's another motherboard and CPU and stuff. I might have to use a splitter because there are only 6 PCIe ports. I might do M.2s, but I don't know how well those work. So yeah, I'll leave parts lists in the description like I said before. Yeah, that's about it really. And then I do have the GPU risers from GPUrisers.com. They're the 4 capacitors, not the 8s. I'll probably get 8s next time, but this is my first rig, so just a fun experience at this point. So we'll get this card hooked up. So I've been trying to keep it as clean wire management as possible, but sometimes it's just not possible. So plug that in. This will power the riser. I did like that this power supply came with strands of 6 pins specifically for risers, and like you can't see that one. And this one is a split 8 pins for the GPUs. So, and these can be detached. So this 8 pin can detach into a 6 pin, which is what I used for the 1060. So we're going to need this. I might have to untangle this a bit to get a little bit more leeway or headroom. Just okay, so make sure this is down. Make sure this is plugged in for power. It is a little tight here, this because this is the 8th spot technically, so but we're making it work. Just can move this a little bit still. So we'll get this card. Make sure that's done. Make sure it's nice and plugged in. Not coming out. Line these holes up. With these bigger cards it is a little challenging because they like to wobble a lot, but should be okay. Try to get them as straight and as less stress on the riser as possible, but sometimes that just doesn't happen and there's nothing I can do. So here I'll try and like push this in a little bit to get a little more grip onto this metal bracket from the GPU, but this one did not seem to want to do that. So, but I do know these are not going anywhere. I mean, this is very sturdy. Okay, and this should reach. The only issue that I had with this was that plugging them in sometimes was quite difficult for this to actually clip into the 8 pin. I had to really push on it, so I don't know if they can extend the a little tooth in here a little bit down further, but it is a slight complaint, nothing major. Let's see. Maybe under. Okay, that seems to work a little better. It's not ideal to be out this far, but like really gotta push, and this clip isn't even in. Oh yes it is, okay. But this one is not. I did not hear an audible click for either, but this 6-pin came out. Yeah, I can feel it's not in yet. There we go. So we'll power this on and see what it does. I don't know, I guess we'll just power it on quick, and then I'll cut to Hive OS because that's where most of this will be going on. I'll probably do like a short little video of this, but nothing too crazy. TV or monitor should turn on at some point. Well, it may have a turn off. Oh, it's on. The monitor. Oh, it's loading. Moving into Hive. Or something, I hope. It did pass the BIOS, so that's good. A lot of people had issues with this motherboard being able to recognize more than 4 GPUs. I will also leave a link down below for that, because I followed specifically, I have a Z390 and I followed the instructions for the Z390 that someone posted and it worked out perfect. Okay, welcome to Hive OS. Finally got this 3070 to be recognized and booted up into Hive OS. I did have some issues last night and I was really tired, just wanted to go to bed. So, it is up and running. I don't know what I did. I was able to get 5 GPUs going, and then when I added the 6, it had a watchdog bug CPU soft lock error that I don't know what it was. I tried to do some research, but I ended up just like plugging and unplugging the GPU risers and like switching them around, like the last 2, which was like the MSI 580 and the 3070. And then it just booted up and it worked. So that's how that went. So that was fun. I didn't change anything, no settings. So I no idea. So this has been running for about 2 hours now. Or booted 2 hours. Miner's been running for about 35 minutes. You can't see it. And then I changed some LHR unlock options. It seems to be fluctuating a lot. I was using NBminer previously, and it unlocked the Gigabyte 3070 and this 3060 from EVGA automatically, but it would not unlock this card here for some reason. So someone suggested to do another instance and run T-Rex Miner and have that unlock it, but that seems to be working now. But as you can see, it keeps locking it. And I think the unlock is also not as high as NBminer. So I ended up going into my flight sheets and putting in all the LHR configurations. I might add in get rid of this devices line and add in a line for like 74 as well for the 3070, instead of having another T-Rex miner with the same exact thing. So we're gonna go into shell. Since there are 2 instances, I have 2 running. This is the basically same thing I would have been running before this 3070 Ti that I added, and I have upgraded to the 39.7 version. This 3070 jumps around 57, 58 mega hash, and these are pretty stable. I was getting about 31 on this 580. I could get 32 out of the other one, but it was somewhat unstable, so I just downclocked it a bit. Timings are the only like BIOS mod that I did. The BIOS mods I tried always failed. And then this 3060, some people were getting 34. I'm getting around 32. I'm totally fine with that. No big deal. And then if you go into T-Rex, you see all the yellow. It's been locking it and unlocking it, so it hasn't been very stable. I did start it at LHR 74 and it's dropped to 69 already, so I'll probably try and switch it over to NBminer because that seems to be running a lot better as well. So yeah, 55, and then it dropped to 53, so it's been okay. I like NBminer better, and LOL miner was doing really well because it would auto unlock all of them, so I wasn't using NBminer for quite a while. So, and then these are all the overclocks I'm running. I'm running the same for both of these. It seems to be running okay. From the wall, I'm drawing about 980 watts average, which currently equates to like 25 something dollars according to what to mine, but we'll see. And then mega hash is about like 230 right now. I also have a 2080 Ti in this computer that I'm recording with that was getting 60 mega hash, or 60 to 62. These are my overclocks. I had this down to like 60, 55, the power limit, when it was a little warmer out, but this thing hasn't gotten over 50 degrees running it this way. I had the memory down to 1200, and I was getting around 58, and then I bumped it to 1300, and it was getting like 63 mega hash, but a bunch of invalid shares, so I clocked it back by 50, and it seems to be running okay. Still some invalid shares, but over like 2 days I got like 20 invalids. I'm not really that worried about it, but I do like to see the 60 mega hash. It's pretty nice, but I don't know. We'll see. I might tune it back down to 1200 memory clock because there was 0 invalid shares. So that's my overclocks for this 2080 Ti. And then I also have a 1080 non-Ti in the downstairs computer. I am not sure what the overclocks are. I may have taken a picture. Let's see. Yes, so power limit was 65, core clock plus 200, memory plus 400, and fans were at 46, and a NBminer downstairs on that as well, running memory tweak 5. Memory tweak 6 would keep crashing it. I'm not running the ETH enlargement pill because apparently it's obsolete and you can just run memory tweak, so I've been doing that. But as you can see, this is running stable now on that one rig. So these are my overclocks for the 580s. There's anything else really. Just glad that it's working. So, and speaking of which, I might add in a 74 here as well, and then we'll get rid of this one, and then I don't really need to. Okay, recording number 3, because I did not have this black box here to cover the IP. That's so fun. Okay, so it's been running now. This is actually like super annoying now. Okay, everything's running. These were overclocks. Getting 57s, 58s or so. Shell in a box, been running for 26 minutes. It really was like running for 8 minutes, but again, black box and stuff. I don't know if I should be covering the IP, but I will just in case. Yeah, it fluctuates around 56, 57 mega hash per 3070 Ti. In the previous recording before the cut, I changed the flight sheet to only use one miner, NBminer. I have this set up. I can get rid of this devices thing, but I pressed 1, which is mute my mic, on the numpad instead of at the top of the keyboard. These are all the LHR values. 3070 Ti, 3060 over here. I've seen some people be able to achieve 60 mega hash. I'm okay with 57, 58. It ran stable for 6 days before, 0 invalids across all 5 GPUs. I do have 6 now, obviously, and then I have my 2080 Ti in the computer I'm recording with, getting 61 mega hash. I do believe I showed the afterburner already with my overclocks in the first part of the video. This is the mining rig spreadsheet. Prices I purchased for everything. 2080 Ti I paid $700 for my gaming PC, but I wasn't into mining. I'm not including that price. Newegg shuffle. The Gigabyte 3070 was $850. The RTX RTX 3060 locally I paid $600. 1080 locally paid $400. 580 was 0 because it was in a Razer Core X, which the guy could not get to turn on, so he gave us the whole thing for free. I knew the card would work fine. Got super lucky, and it gets around 31 mega hash, so I'm totally okay with that. 1060 I paid $280 for it. The guy wanted like $350, so I'm okay with that. It's not a good average like hash price. It gets around 24. This 580, which is the MSI one, the red one in the start of this video that you saw, was $290, and then the most recent MSI 3070 Ti was $969 through Newegg. I have a mining case, 1600 watt, 6 GPU power supply. The frame from Amazon was $73. The MSI motherboard, pain in the ass, don't get it, get a different one. $137, CPU SSD combo, and something else was included in this. It was $220, and then GPU risers from GPUrisers.com were $65. Total $4132. I did some math earlier. 4132 divided by, it was getting 330-ish mega hash, so around $12.50 per mega hash. Super happy with that. It comes out to around $25 a day at current price, which was like $4,400. So I'm totally fine with that. I will probably keep making videos as I'm not very good at it, but it's been fun learning everything that I have learned. And you know, we still got June, supposedly June, when ETH goes to POS. I will probably be mining Ergo or Ravencoin. I like Ergo more. I don't know why. I just do. I've had trouble with Raven, but I'm sure there's something I can do. But I'll probably mine Ergo, or if Raven happens to be extremely profitable, I'll switch to Raven. It does use a lot more power, or can use a lot more power, but we'll see. We still got till supposedly June, and it could get delayed, or it could get sped up, so I'm okay either way with what happens. I'm not too worried about it. So I'll definitely keep you guys updated and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.